Let me tell you the biggest lie people believe about living their best life. You think one day you're gonna wake up and just feel motivated. You will wake up early, you will be disciplined, you will magically become that productive, glowing version of yourself. But the truth is, people who seem like they've got everything going on properly, they didn't become disciplined overnight. I have changed my life by changing a little bit of my character, how I see myself, how I go about during the day. And you can do it too. I changed the way I move through this world. So, listen, if you feel like you're stuck in your lazy era, the goal here isn't to become a productive machine. The goal here is to completely change the role you have been playing in your own life. So, let me tell you the things that helped me change so you can change as well. Let's go. Listen, you need to stop being the supporting character of your own life. A lot of us live like we are the background character of our own life. We wait for permission, we wait for the right moment, we wait for someone to notice us. And that's why our life stays small. But think about the people you admire. Doesn't matter who it is. The ones that are confident, magnetic, interesting. They move through their life like they belong there. They start conversations. They approach people. They try things before they even feel ready. They put themselves in rooms they don't feel qualified for. And you know what? It's not because they're fearless. We all have our own fears. But because they decided that they're the main character of their own story. This is my life. And the moment I realized that, that's when my whole reality shifted in a sense. I do not have to concern myself with who is going to think what. I do not have to wait for permission or recognition from anyone else. All I need to do is realize what I want to do, what I want to be, and just work towards it. That's it. When I realized this, I was like, I have been limiting myself so much in my entire life. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. And I do not need anyone else's opinion. Basically, no one has a say in this. I should stop acting like I am not the main character of my own story. This is my life. I started going after things that I wanted to do. One of them, my YouTube channel. I got out of my comfort zone and tried new things that I wouldn't do before but have always wanted to do. And the more I did those, the more I broke out of my shell and realized that this life is mine and I get to do whatever I want with it unless I'm hurting or harming anyone else. And I'm genuinely slowly becoming the best version of myself. People have been telling me for the past year that, oh, you've changed, you're glowing, you're happier, this, that. And why is that? Because I stopped caring, or like I stopped seeking for validation to start something, to do something. If I want it, I do it. If I don't want it, I don't do it. This is my life. I get to decide. I am the main character of my life. Period. Done. So you should do exactly the same thing. If you make mistakes, that's okay. You are the one making those mistakes. So it's fine. You learn. Move on. At least you're not living your life because of someone else, like through their mindset, through their wants and beliefs. You can never become the best version of yourself if you are still moving according to what others tell you. This can be as simple as your friend to as much as society dictating your life. Listen carefully. Your life reflects your personal standards. Bear with me, this is gonna be uncomfortable. Your current life that you're not happy about is a reflection of what you tolerate, the opportunities you don't go for every single time, the situations you stay in too long that do not serve you, the goals you keep postponing. And you know what's the funny fact? You think if you want to make your life better, you just need to add more things to it, while it's the opposite. If you want to be best version of yourself, if you want to live your best life, you need to raise your standards for what you accept from life, from people around you, from situationships, whatever, anything. You need to raise your standards for yourself, for your life. Let's say today I decided that I am a person who values self improvement, self growth. Anyone, anything, any environment that does not align with that should not be in my life anymore. I have let go of so many friendships, so many people, so many situations, workplaces, school, doesn't matter. Things in my life that does not serve what I tolerate, what I expect. I'm a person that highly values respect. And if I have people in my life that are disrespectful, that disrespect others, that have no manners whatsoever, I cannot tolerate these people in my life no matter what. Even if they're good people, even if they don't mean harm, they're just naturally like, there are people like that. They might be good willed, good hearted, but they didn't learn manners. They don't know how to respect others. But that's not the point. If my value tells me, if what I value tells me that basically respect is important for me, I cannot tolerate those people in my life anymore. If what I want from life, if what I want from my future is, let's say, wealth, I cannot surround myself with situations, people, and things that does not align with that. For example, what could it be? People that, although they have money, constantly act like they don't, or just constantly are in deficit mindset. Those type of mindset, those type of people will affect me as well and will put me in that mindset as well. Or situations. Like, let's say I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy. I cannot stay in a workplace that pays me minimum wage just to get me by. I need to work for a better job, like try to get a better job basically. Or you can try anything, everything. I have people around me that try selling products through lives and they do actually earn money from that. I have people around me that learn how to trade stocks, and even with small amount of money, they trade stocks and they increase their wealth through that. Now, are they millionaires right now? No, but they will reach there because they've started, they're trying, they're changing. So, in this point, remember, your life changes the moment your standards are non negotiable. Now, you want to be in that best era, then become interesting. As simple as that. I feel like this is an advice that most people don't talk about. If you sit at home, do nothing, if you are a boring person, you are not going to be living your best life. How is that even possible? I've sat down, watched so many videos, watched so many motivational speeches, this, that. Most of them don't even talk about this point. I guess it's hard truth. Maybe not many people will be okay with hearing it, but I will say it. If you want to enjoy your life, then try becoming interesting. And not in a fake social media way, but in a curious, alive, constantly learning way. Most people that I meet that are genuinely enjoy their life are people who have actually done so much in their life, and not through great means of wealth. Simple traveling, learning new things, doing new stuff, like genuinely being interested in life itself and enjoying life itself. They love to explore new things. They love to go out. They love to do things. And again, Listen, I'm not saying they're the wealthiest people on earth and they have so much money. No, within normal amount of finances, even but sometimes less than that, they just, it's not about finances most of the time. It's more about just going out and finding things, or like just going out exploring things. If you today, after this video, if you, I mean, if the time is okay as well, don't go out late at night. Depending on what time you're watching this video, if you go out and take a walk outside without being on your phone, I mean, it is not that easy to walk while you're on your phone, but like without being distracted, and look out. Look how people are living, look at your neighborhood, district, this, that, and just see life. That itself is, in a sense, very, very enjoyable. Sometimes I would do this. I would get out of my house and just go for a walk alone. And every time in a different parts of the city. And while I'm walking, I would just observe my surroundings. I would see different type of people being immersed in different type of things. It would be so interesting. And every single time I spontaneously decided to go out for a walk or just to go out, I had very interesting encounters, very interesting, basically, exploration stories. And I've realized that life is about this. Life is about just spontaneously doing things, exploring things, rather than just sitting at home and hoping that one day I will have finances or one day I will have the means to go travel. It's not always about traveling. You can enjoy your life in your current country as well. It's about how you look at things. It's about learning new hobbies, learning new languages, and most of these, yes, they do require finances, but there are a lot of free ways to learn it as well, especially through YouTube. You can learn many of your hobbies, how to do them through YouTube. New language you want to learn? Go ahead, watch that YouTube video. Go out, maybe you might meet with someone, like let's say you want to learn French. Maybe you might meet someone that speaks French. The main point here is interesting people treat life like it's something to experience, not something to survive. And you know what's the most funny thing? Those people are the ones who are getting opportunities. I got so many opportunities in my life through just going out, randomly going out and meeting with new people, and then basically getting opportunities from them. Invite to specific places, entering new circles where I find people that resonate with me so much. Now, on that note, stop shrinking yourself to stay comfortable. We are at the point where I enjoy this the most. Why? Specifically me. I've shrinked myself so much throughout my life just to fit into places, circles, social dynamics, friendships. Unfortunately, look, this is one of the biggest traps people fall for, to shrink yourself to fit the environment. You know, you don't think like, oh, okay, this environment is not fitting for me. Let me find another one. You think that, okay, let me change myself. Let me change my behavior or a little bit of myself to fit this. When I remember how I used to do that, I get so mad at myself. I used to stay like quiet in friendships because I knew that some people didn't like it when I was center of attention, when I was saying my opinions, when I was, well, visible. I used to downplay my ambitions, downplay myself, downplay my abilities, my worth, my intelligence, everything. And the thing I used to do the most is, if I wanted something, but my friend or another person next to me that I cared about wanted that as well, I would make sure that person gets it, even if I'm not getting it. But I want that too. And that person is not doing the same for me. I'm just going out of my way to make sure that that person gets that as well. And you know what I realized? It's okay to look ridiculous in some people's eyes. It's okay to have some people just dislike you for no reason whatsoever, even if you haven't done anything to them. It's okay. If environments don't fit you, if some people dislike you, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just some people, most people actually, they see you through their own lenses. So the insecurities or the things that they get mad at you about, take my words with a grain of caution. I'm not saying go do something bad to them and expect them to not to care about it. No. If you have genuinely done nothing wrong and you've been like a great person to them and they are treating you horribly and they have bad impression of you, bad idea of you, most likely it's just their own insecurities. They're just projecting them onto you. There's nothing wrong with you, but there's something wrong with them. So if you want to live best year of your life or best years ahead, you want to change from now on, you want things to be different, stop fitting in, stop shrinking yourself. No need. And this is life. Most people are very, very insecure, and most of the time they will make sure that you shrink yourself to fit their standards, to fit their lifestyle, idea, whatever. I've met with people who are actually exciting, interesting, and they're actually living their best life. And trust me when I say this, those people will never expect you to shrink yourself. Those people will never make you shrink yourself. Those people just elevate you all the time. They want the best for you because, I mean, think of it this way. If I have everything I want in life, I'm really enjoying my life and good things are happening, why would I want someone else to go through bad thing? I will want that person to have their life full of joy, excitement as well. And that's the thing. People who are genuinely enjoying their life, people who are interesting and have exciting life, they will never shrink you down. They will always elevate you. I know there is fear. If I don't shrink myself, I will be alone. If I don't shrink myself, I won't fit in. If I don't shrink myself, I will be an outcast. Maybe for a time being. But then you will find people who will not expect you to shrink yourself, who will push you to be your best self. And listen, what is so wrong with being alone? Sometimes being alone is the greatest thing that you can do for yourself. Going for walks alone, treating yourself to nice meal alone. You're technically not alone, you're with yourself. And that is okay. Another point that helped me a lot is when I started treating my life like it's something that I'm designing. So I'm not living my life on autopilot anymore. I am deliberately designing my life, what it's gonna be, what it's gonna look like, what is going to happen, what kind of people don't bring me down, elevate me basically, what kind of places energizes me, what kind of activities make me happy and at the same time help me grow. Start making small choices that move towards the vision, the life that you are designing. Do you want to be a pilot in 2-3 years? Well, then start learning, start going to schools, like start taking actions to be living that life in those few years. And I've realized this over and over and over again through people I meet in my life that it's never late for anything. I know people that were working in specific field for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and then they suddenly decide to do like their own business type of thing. If you want to live your best life and if you want to get out of whatever lifestyle, whatever thing that you're living right now, have a clear mindset and design the life that you want to live in. Done. Simple. It's genuinely that simple. If you keep persisting, you will definitely get there. A word of wisdom: living your best life isn't something that randomly happens. It's something that you build intentionally. So, living your lazy era isn't about suddenly becoming hyper productive. It's about stepping into a bigger version of yourself, a version that takes chances, raises their standards, explores life instead of waiting for it. So stop playing small and think of it this way. Maybe the question is not how do I become productive in 2026, but what kind of life would excite me so much that I wouldn't want to stay the same anymore? Because once you start building that life, there won't be any more laziness. You will be happier and you will radiate excitement. So I hope this video has given you an understanding of how you can change your life and has helped you realize that it's not always outside interference, circumstances, and technically being lazy, but it's more about yourself, what you choose, your character, and your vision. I hope this video helped you. And do let me know how you decide to change and what your vision is. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.